Hi, so I realize that I'm horrible and I always forget to pull out my camera whenever I'm working on projects, and me and Jeremy, Jeremy was helping me with this, and then I was like, I should probably film this, and he was like, yep, you probably should. So here we are. Say hi.
What's up, people?
So we are transforming the homeschool room. A lot of work has already been done, but I will show you, but a lot of work is to be done. So sorry about the lighting. Come along, let's get this room together. These shelves here came from the dining room homeschool area. I just want my dining room back, and so here we are. So I pulled these over here, and I'll show, don't worry, you guys will get like an organizational tour as well. And then these bookshelves, we had one in the basement, one in our closet, and so I put them together. We have a little bit of dead space over there, but this wall is just weird anyway, so this is what we're doing. I am going to move this on that side over here. I have a whiteboard back there. I'm just gonna leave it back there for the moment because it's not bothering anybody and I don't have anywhere to put it right now. But the bookshelves have come down from this wall. I have holes everywhere. We're not filling those right now. This is what we're doing. So this is the disaster that we have going on right here. And then Jace is coloring on the chalkboard that used to be over there on the wall. So we have a lot of work to do. So let's keep going.
So whenever I think about preparing our home, our space, our homeschool space for the next school year, I think about just making sure that I'm comfortable with everything, and with the cliche saying of make sure you have a home for everything. It's so important to try this out before school actually starts so that, one, you can do it out of love, you can do it while you're taking your time and you're not rushed or rushing to find a place or find a home for anything. So you can really like take your time, live in the space, see if you like it. And then for me, I am one of those that enjoy cleaning. And while I clean, I pay attention to where everything is, if it feels right. And if it doesn't, I make adjustments. And so with starting homeschool, or with starting the new homeschool year, for me, it's important to make sure that I have a cleaning routine down before the year starts, so that when the year starts and things get crazy and things get busy, I already have a flow. I already have a flow of cleaning so that I don't let go. Because to be honest with you, if my house gets out of control, it takes me at least 2 weeks to get everything back under control. I don't know why, but that's how long it always takes me. So I try to be mindful and be careful of that. And I try to make sure I'm paying attention to where things go and making sure that it's comfortable, in a comfortable spot before I move into a busier season. So with homeschool, the new homeschool year starting, it's really like a holiday, right? Everybody is excited. You know, you get all these new things. It's kind of like when you think about the Christmas season, it's just super exciting. So many new things for yourself, your family, your kids, the homeschool room. And so those things really need a place. And so what I decided to do was make some adjustments in our home, and reclaim some spaces in our home that I really felt like I was missing. I really missed our dining room. I missed it looking like a dining room. And so while I love the dining room table to do our schoolwork at, we've made some adjustments in our kitchen area so that that area feels just as comfortable as our dining room. And so my hope is that we will do our school at the table. We got a countertop height, I think that's what it's called, a countertop height table in our breakfast nook area. And we still need to get some more chairs, but you guys will get to see that all that soon once I get everything together. But it's actually a table that we've always had. We just were storing it somewhere else, and so now it's back here in our house, and you know, we're putting all the pieces back together. But comfortability is so important to me. And then I want to make sure that if someone walks into our home and they see our homeschool things, they see love. They see that it's curated for us. This space was made just for us. Now, some people may see clutter, but there are things that I learned from last year that I need to have visible, and that is our books and our curriculum. I did put them away last year behind a cupboard, but I didn't use a lot of things because of it. So I'm a visual person. I need things in my face. I need to see them. And I would rather see them than to try to curate this perfect space where things aren't getting utilized. And so that's something you want to keep in mind whenever you're planning your homeschool year. Definitely declutter and get rid of what you can, but make sure that things are in a comfortable space and they have a comfortable home and that they're going to get used most of all. This year, I'm choosing a couple words to focus on, and the first one is discipline. I want to make sure that I have more discipline throughout my home with myself, not even speaking to my family, my own discipline. Like, I need to work on that because I feel like things went left last year with curriculum fast because I don't feel like I had enough discipline because I was in the mindset like, if it doesn't work, whatever. And it's true. If it doesn't work, you can always switch it. However, there needs to be some type of discipline. Like, I need to hold myself accountable. Like, I selected this curriculum. I should have done my research. Of course, you're not going to know everything, but I need to give myself a time frame, like a window before I just snatch something out, and a window of time of trying something out. So my plan is to stick with the curriculum for an entire quarter before I decide to pull the rug from under it. Like, I'm going to try my hardest to be more disciplined and try to make things work so that when I have a break, then I can kind of sit with it, think about it, see what I didn't like, what I want to change, and all of that. I am also not going to take what other people say about a curriculum to heart, because I have found that things that don't work for other people sometimes work for me. And I would sometimes be like, that didn't work for this person. I really like this person and I trust and value their opinion, and this didn't work for them, but it worked for me. And because I allowed that seed to be planted in my head, then I automatically thought negative things about a specific curriculum. And so I'm not going to do that anymore. I am going to move forward with what works for us. And I would strongly encourage you to do the same thing, even if myself or someone else, another, content creator that you like, if they don't like a curriculum, that doesn't mean that it's not going to work for you. If you feel like you want to give it a try, give it a try. Maybe look into the curriculum and see if they have a few lessons that you can test out before you actually purchase something. Reach out to the company, see if they have, sample pages that you can look through. So there will be some curriculum coming back that I kind of set to the side because I heard other people saying that it didn't work for them. And so I'm like, I'm not going to use this anymore. When in actuality, it worked for me. I just allowed a negative seed to be planted in my head. So I want to have more discipline in that aspect. I also want to have more discipline with getting school done, making sure that I'm sticking to our schedule and making sure that I am blocking out the time for school, even if we're not starting school at exactly, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., that I'm blocking that time off from interruptions in our homeschool. Like, I have a job to do to educate my babies, and it's not a time that I need to be scrolling or even responding to comments or being on the phone, all of that. I need to do a better job by focusing on my babies, their education during that time frame. And so I will be blocking off my schedule that I am unavailable during those time periods. And if we need to go to an appointment and it works best, fine. But I'm going to try my best to be as disciplined as I can with being unavailable for anything other than homeschool during that time frame. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. As far as going back to curriculum and trying it out, I believe my plan is to have, I think I'm doing 8 or 9 weeks. I need to look back at my schedule. So whatever I use, I'll be using that for the next 8 or 9 weeks. I'm going to have to put my foot down. This is what it is. I also don't want to lead my homeschool with my emotions. And that means, I did this last year, some of you may remember. That means if something drastic happens in the middle of the school year where I get upset with a curriculum company, or I'm frustrated with them, or I'm disappointed, that's the best word to use, because I wasn't upset, I was disappointed. If I get disappointed with the curriculum company that I chose and that I've liked for my babies, I am going to stick with it for the rest of that, that time period, that 8 or 9 weeks, unless I have something that I can ease into the homeschool without really interrupting our school days. So I know that one's kind of tough, but it did not work in my favor last year. Me being upset or frustrated with a curriculum company, or disappointed with the curriculum company, it didn't work in my favor. And so I am going to remove myself from all of the social media issues, the social media drama. I'm not reading into it. I don't want to hear it. I have a job to do. And if I feel good about something, I'm moving forward with it. And so I encourage you to do the same thing. Like, just don't look for negative things. Just don't look for it. It's there in every curriculum. You can find it. Trust me, I have found it. You can find it if you're looking for it. So I'm going to remove myself from it. I'm going to clear my mental space, and I am going to move forward with what is working for my babies and pay attention to the actual material that I'm pouring into them, making sure that what I'm pouring into them is going to work. So let's discuss what happens after you do all of your evaluations over, all the areas that you want to look into, including your cleaning routine and your meals, right? You want to evaluate how prepared you were with your meals and, make sure you have meal ideas and things like that. But after you evaluate it, then you want to go step by step and try to correct each area. And so right now I am making adjustments to our cleaning routine. And since I'm moving this space around, I want it to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable cleaning it as quickly as I can, but as effective as I can. And so throughout our break here, I go through, I move things around, make sure that I like them, and then I try to develop a cleaning routine for that specific room. Now, I don't have a certain time frame when I do certain things. I seen a comment that asked me how often I clean my walls and things like that. I don't have that specific of a routine, but I do go in each room and I look top to bottom and I just do what needs to be done. I just take care of whatever needs to get done in that space at that time. Now, if it's a bigger task that needs to get done, something that I'm not prepared for, then I'll make a note and I'll handle that or tackle that in my next week's cleaning. I do try to do a whole house cleaning once a week. It's usually on Thursday. And if I can't get it all done in one day, which happens, then I do Thursday, Friday. And then throughout the week, as I'm homemaking, so I'm always picking up things here and there, wiping off counters and tables, just doing little things. If I see a wall that needs to be wiped, I just wipe it at that moment. But when I go in to do my whole house cleaning, depending on how long each room takes me, that's when I decide if I'm going to make it a 1 or a 2 day thing. And if I make it a 2 day thing, then I clean the bottom floor one day and then the top floor the next day. One thing that I want to get better at is going into the basement and cleaning up my husband's man cave. I don't get to that as often as I would like to, but that's, a mental note, something else that I want to add in and try to figure out when I'm going to get that done. So as far as doing bigger projects like cleaning the carpet or cleaning the rugs, that is something that I will make a mental note and clean the following week, unless it's this cannot wait. The rug right now needs to be cleaned. I have not cleaned it in a while. It's been a few weeks actually, and it is a light color, so it gets dirty fast. And then the kids had chalk in this room. This is the okay room to have chalk in, so I'm not frustrated or mad about it. They can have chalk in this room, but it just means that, you know, the rug might need to get cleaned more often, or it may look a way that I don't want it to look for a longer period of time. I do go through and wipe everything down weekly. Whenever I do my weekly cleanings, I wipe this area off, and those little rectangle shapes there, the pieces of wood there, they can hold some stuff. And so it's important that I go through and just do like a light wipe. And if I see something that needs more attention, then I go ahead and give it the attention that it needs. But yeah, each room gets cleaned. It gets picked up every day, but I know that I'm going to do like my deep cleaning once a week. Now, although I enjoy cleaning, I really do, this is not self-care, okay? It is not. It is a necessity. It is a requirement of our home, but I enjoy doing it. And so it is, while it's something that is needed, it is not a time where I can say that I am taking care of myself, even though I feel amazing doing it all. I make sure that the house is nice and calming, and I set the proper atmosphere. This, my friends, cleaning your house does not suffice as self-care. And when you create cleaning routines, make sure you have a routine for each room. That's what I'm trying to explain, I guess. So I am creating my routine for this room, just making sure that everything is in its place and I can move effectively throughout the room. And so this room feels really good. There are a few tweaks and changes that I want to make. You guys will get a room tour, but it feels good. It feels like I can get through this room in a timely fashion. I'm still decluttering. We're going to do a big garage sale, so I'm still getting rid of some things, but overall, it feels really good. Now, this area here where it's just like an awkward space in this room, I really wish they would have done something different, like expand the kitchen, but they didn't, and it's okay. But this area here, I'm still working on it because I want to make it cozy. I think this is where I'm going to sit when I film my homeschool videos so that I can have like the books in the background. Tell me what you guys think, but it feels super cozy. My chair broke, so I don't have the right chair that I want here, but this area just feels, I know it looks cluttered, but it's functional and it's a necessity for me to have. A lot of times when we think about like having words for homeschool year, we forget to have words for the atmosphere in our home. So yes, definitely create your mission words. That's awesome. Do the thing, but also create some mission words for how you want your home to feel while you school. And as you see, Jace is right there. My babies are always all around. You'll see my dogs all the time, especially Laila, our boxer. She likes to follow me around while I clean, but they're everywhere. They're all around always. And if they need something, then I go grab it. But I encourage them to ask permission for whatever it is that they want, but to go get it on their own, just fostering again independence for them. Independence is huge. This is why I say homeschool is year round, because you're always teaching them something. You just kind of transition what you're teaching them at the moment. And so they're so used to it now. They know that when I'm cleaning, I'm in a zone and I'm trying to get things done. And if you want to help me, you are more than welcome to do so. And that's the time where I may volunteer them to do something. But cleaning is my thing. And so the kids know ever since they were little, they knew. I didn't carry them around with me when I got stuff done. I left them in a safe space, like in the living room, gated off with toys so that they could just do their thing while I cleaned around the house. Of course, everything was baby proof and safe, but I just kind of left them to do their thing. And so they all are the exact same way. They all can just go off and do their own thing while I'm cleaning. And so now I don't even think twice about it. If they want to be around me, then they come. If they want to be a part of it, then they're a part of it. If they want to go and, watch TV during that time, I'm fine with that. Of course, they know what they can and can't watch. And if they want to color, they can. So they have the autonomy. You guys hear me say that a lot. They have the autonomy to pick and choose what they want to do with their time and how they want to schedule out their playtime. So I encourage you to give your kids some independence and teach them it's okay to be bored, and they can figure out what to do so that they aren't bored. My mop broke. This is my favorite mop, and so I went and grabbed another one. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together and get to mopping. I love mopping mainly because when I mop, it means that I'm pretty much done. There's always things that could be clean. There's always things that could be moved, but I set my limits. And so I'm going to go ahead and mop. So I want to know what impression I'm leaving on you guys. And I would love to know your opinion about a few things. So one, what type of feeling do you get with my homeschool? I want to know what I am putting out there on the internet, what I'm portraying. I want to make sure that it is as realistic as possible. So I would love to know what you guys think of my homeschool and our home and, everything that I'm curating here. And then two, I want to know what type of atmosphere you're creating in your home. What do you desire? What are you looking forward to? And how has this homeschool prep season been for you? Have you been able to get anything done? Do you feel like you're on top of it, or do you feel like you may be a little bit behind and you want more, you need more help, or you need prayers, or you need advice? Let me know how that's going for you. And then also, what do you think about this style of video? I love it. I love, homemaking and homeschooling and having conversations and all of that at the same time. But I want to know if you enjoy it. Do you like this type of video? I've been on YouTube for a little while now, and I've done a lot of different things, and I feel like this is my favorite. These are my favorite types of videos. And so I want to know what your thoughts are. If you have anything else that you want to share with me, please feel free to share it. Always feel free to share my videos. It helps a lot. It helps my family out a lot. This is not like a job that I can rely on income, but anything that we bring in here helps out our homeschool a ton. And so I am grateful just for you being here and just for you watching the videos, for your engagement, for your comments, for, liking the video. Anything that you do is super helpful. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being here. And until next time, I hope you guys take care and have a beautiful day. Bye, friends.